What's going on, y'all? It's your man Kurt from Triad Hip Hop Podcast. Happy to bring y'all another lyrical breakdown. This is one of our up and coming rappers who I think she got a pretty sizable fan base, but I don't think she gets enough credit. You know what I mean? Because she's lyrically, she is so dope, and you know what I mean. She's actually repping hard. Actually, she comes from Alabama. You know what I mean? You don't hear about too many rappers coming out of Alabama, you know what I mean? But I'm talking about Chika. And Chika got skills, y'all. And some of y'all might already know, but some of y'all don't, you know what I mean? So I really want to, kind of let her represent for herself and introduce her to our audience in case any of our audience don't know. She's very intellectual. She's very skilled in hip hop. She's been going strong since about, I want to say 2019. She's actually Grammy nominated. So, give it up for that. But this is a song that Chika did called My Power. And, you know what I mean? It's a real good kind of empowerment song, you know what I mean? Of how, words bring about power, you know what I mean? It's not about being physical to show power. It's about what comes out of here that shows how powerful you really are, you know what I mean? And so I'm gonna tackle the second verse on the song, which happens to be my favorite, and then we'll come back and kind of break down what I thought those lyrics kind of represented. So yeah, y'all check this out, and we'll come right back.
My word is my power. Crazy with the skill, believe me, I can go hours. Dance beyond the pain to say the rain, a cold shower. Gotta play the game to ascertain what's your power. I used to dream of six figures. Like, can they hear me? I'm a six-fitter. Michelangelo, they making stick figures. Self-doubt disfigured, old bonds broken. Only gold records, man, no bronze tokens. Look at my story, recognize I'm so chosen. Finally found the light, my fire bright, lit out smoking. Chuckle as the demons realize they throat closing. Then hit them with the leg drop like I'm Hulk Hogan. The heavens wide open, my eyes at 2020 for realists to flex. Adolescence taught me gotta hustle and deal for a check. After what I seen, I know the dream cause it's real in effect. Even when feelings detect, someone else dealing the deck. Somewhere on the journey we are bound to get tired. When life get lower, we get higher. The roads all open, the views get wider. Live long, headstrong, shoulders lighter. My word is my power.
I mean, come on now. You heard it yourself, you know what I mean? She's representing hard, you know what I mean? She represents hip-hop to the fullest. She's really trying to elevate the culture, and she's definitely worthy of that Grammy nomination, and she's worthy of getting a Grammy as well. So shout out to Chika. Let's go ahead and jump into that verse. All right, so let me pull it up here. Hold on one second, I should have had this ready. All right, so she said, I used to dream of six figures. Like, can they hear me? I'm a six spitter. She said Michelangelo, because that's actually more the proper way to pronounce, who we call Michelangelo. It's actually Michelangelo. So she said Michelangelo, they making stick figures, you know what I mean? She like, yo, I'm a true artist like Michelangelo, and they out here making stick figures. So right off the bat, she's starting out strong, you know what I mean? She grabs your attention, and, she's real profound with the lyrics, you know what I mean? She said, I used to dream of six figures, you know what I mean? Like, can they hear me? I'm a six spitter, you know what I mean? She let you know in the beginning, I had high hopes, I had these big dreams, and I just wanted to, you know what I mean, be the next big thing. Can they not hear what I'm doing? And so then she said, Michelangelo, they making stick figures. You know what I mean? She like, I'm on that level, Michelangelo, and y'all making stick figures. You know what I mean? Listen closely. So then she said, self-doubt disfigured, old bonds broken, only gold records, man, no bronze tokens. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So she said, self-doubt disfigured, you know what I mean? She letting you know, I had a lot of self-doubt, but now I've broken out of that, you know what I mean? Self-doubt has been disfigured. Old bonds broken. Only gold records, man. No bronze token. You know, she's saying I'm not going to settle for second or third or fourth. I need to know I'm at the beginning. I'm at the front of the race. I'm at the gold spot. You know what I mean? So shout out to Chika for that. Then she said, look at my story. Recognize I'm so chosen. Finally found a light. My fire bright. Let out smoking. You know what I mean? So, you know, some of these lyrics are a little bit different online, but, you know, I'm going based on my interpretation. So if y'all hear anything that's wrong and y'all think I should be corrected, put it in the comments. We can have, you know, a good conversation about that. But for me, like this line right here where she said, finally found a light, my fire bright, let out smoking. On the internet, it said lit out smoking, you know what I mean? Which to me didn't make much sense, you know what I mean? My fire bright, lit out smoking. I mean, I get it, lit, fire, I get that, but it's not grammatically, you know what I mean? It doesn't sound right for the lyric. So I believe she said, my fire's bright, let out smoke. And then she just put the N, like almost saying and, just to make it rhyme. So to me, she's saying my fire's bright, but the fire is almost like me. It's almost the aftermath from me smoking. You know what I mean? I let out smoke from the fire. You know what I mean? To me, that's how it sounds to me. And then she said, chuckle as the demons realize their throats closing. Then hit him with the leg drop like I'm Hulk Hogan. You know what I mean? Y'all know, anybody who know wrestling know Hulk Hogan, that famous leg drop. You know what I mean? And, you know, it's taken down many opponents. You know what I mean? So she said, yeah, I chuckle as the demons realize their throats closing. You know what I mean? Like she laughing, chuckling, because the demons around her who trying to put a stop to her realize they throats closing. Hit them with the leg drop like I'm Hulk Hogan. So yeah, that's dope. The heavens wide open. My eyes at 2020. For real, it's a flex. So that's another one online where they had it a little bit different. She said, the heavens wide open. My eyes at 2020. And then online it said, for realist, a flex, like realist, like I'm the realist. You know, they put it realist, and I don't think that's what she's saying. She's saying, my eyes at 2020, for real, it's a flex. You know what I mean? Not for realist, a flex. That doesn't make sense. Correct me if I'm wrong. But, you know, shout out to Chika, man. These lyrics is awesome, man. I just can't get enough of her music. Now, just on a little side note, you know, a lot of y'all might know, she had some recent controversy about, you know, an incident where she was on a plane and a baby was crying or a kid was crying real bad, and the parent wasn't really handling it, and she kind of, you know, put her thoughts out about it, about how she felt like the parent should have done something, and, you know, that you know, how mad she was. You know what I mean? I'm not going to go into the detail, but most of y'all know she said some pretty, you know, pretty harsh stuff, like, you know what I mean? Like, but it is what it is. You know, she had a right. She was a little upset, and, you know, you trying to get some rest on this flight, and some parent just got their kid just blaring right in your ear. And it only became an issue because, you know, they found out the kid was, you know, the child of somebody who was well known. I'm not even going to that, but we don't care. But anyway, outside of that, man, you know what I mean? Don't look at some incident like that and just think, oh, I'm not going to listen to her music because she was mean about that baby and, you know, blah, blah, blah. You should just, like, you know, nobody wants to hear a baby just crying and screaming and sound like it's surround sound throughout the whole fucking plane. Nobody wants to hear that. So she got a right to be a little upset. Yeah, maybe she didn't have to vocalize it as much, but still, don't try to get mad at her for being a little vocal. You know what I mean? She had a moment. That's what it was. It was a moment. You know what I mean? It is what it is. That's how I look at it. Anyway, back to the lyrics. All right. So she said, adolescence taught me, gotta hustle and deal for a check. After what I seen, I know the dream because it's real in effect. You know what I mean? Come on now. Think about that. You know what I mean? She's saying she learned a lot growing up. Adolescence taught me gotta hustle and deal for a check, which is sad, but it's true. You know what I mean? These days you cannot just do average work. You gotta hustle. And hustle means you gotta step it up. You gotta do more than the average person. And you gotta do what you need to do, sometimes by any means necessary. You know what I mean? Just to survive, which is sad. That's why I say it's sad because, some people resort to doing the wrong thing just because they're trying to survive. They're not trying to necessarily say, I'm going to go out and do something bad today. They're more so like, I need to survive. And if this is the only way I can think of at the moment, I'm going to do it. So anyway, so I like how she said that adolescence taught me gotta hustle and deal for a check. After what I seen, I know the dream because it's real in effect. Then she said, even when feelings detect someone else dealing the checks. You know what I mean? Somewhere on the journey, we all bound to get tired. When life get lower, we get higher. You know what I mean? She constantly reminding you, you know what I mean? Elevate yourself. I like that about Chika, man. Y'all gotta respect those bars. She said, when life get lower, we get higher because you're gonna hit some low points in life. You know what I mean? And you're gonna have to learn how to stand up in the middle of a storm, in the middle of a fire, all of that shit. So shout out again to Chika for that. Anyway, now she said, the road's all open, the views get wider, live long, headstrong, shoulders lighter. You know what I mean? And that's the end of the verse. And then she goes into the hook, my word is my power. You know what I mean? She letting you know my word is my power. So shout out to Chika for that, man, because that's really dope, man. She letting you know the road's all open, the views get wider, live long, headstrong, shoulders lighter. You know what I mean? So she's saying the further you go with this mentality, the burden is going to lighten on your shoulders. You're not going to feel so weighed down. You know what I mean? So you can't deny that, man. I love how she's not out here just trying to promote trash lyrics. You know what I mean? She letting you know you can sound dope as an artist and still represent something conscious. You know what I mean? So anyway, shout out to Chika for Try It Hip Hop Podcast. This your man, Kurt. I appreciate y'all checking this out. You know what I mean? If you haven't heard Chika's music, please go check it out. She's a dope artist and she deserves your ear, your attention for a minute. You know what I mean? All right. For Try It Hip Hop Podcast, this your man, Kurt. We'll see y'all in the next one. Peace. Oh, peace. That's peace. I don't know what the hell I was doing with the 3 and 4. Peace.